Cancers, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It is time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be the center card in the first part of the reading. So if you feel compelled, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, let's just get started. Let's find out what is coming in for Cancers and what is going out. And any advice, please, universe, any advice is always helpful. Cancers, what can they expect? Cancers. Cancers. Okay, Cancers. So, I put the cards down in the same order that they come out of the deck. This is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with everybody. If it doesn't, you can take from it what you will. You can seek out a private reading from someone that you trust. I do private readings, and I can look much deeper into your love life with a few questions. Just shoot me an email. Click on the description box for email address, and we can get started. And we have a few cards left over for the second part of your reading. So, the overall energy, oh goodness, Cancers, the Two of Cups. The meeting of the minds, the meeting of the hearts. There's a lot of love and joy here. There's also, this is a soulmate card. So, let's find out what's going on with the Two of Cups. There can be a few different meanings here going on. And this is what we're talking about. This is surrounding the whole reading. I have the Nine of Pentacles. In your highest energy, you're very grounded. You're very secure. You're very stable. You probably have a job and a car, a place to live. You might even have savings. And you're just a very grounded-minded person. And you're always looking towards the future. You're very stable. And this is your energy. So this can be Earth, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that might be in your chart someplace or around this reading. But these are the two strongest energies. You may be in a relationship where you want to stay single too. You know, that could be. I don't know. I need to keep reading this reading. But there is a special somebody in your life here that we're going to be talking about. I have the Three of Cups next to the Nine of Pentacles and right above the Two of Cups. So the Three of Cups, this is like a reconnection with somebody. It's a happy one. This might be someone who was in your life before that you're reconnecting with. There's a lot of celebration going on here. Maybe you'll even reconnect at a birthday party or where people are having fun and enjoying themselves. So let's read on. Next to the Three of Cups is a Seven of Cups. Yeah, I think before when they were in your lives, they were one of these, a Seven of Cups. Now, all these cups are yelling, pick me, because they all have something to offer. They're very enticing, but not one of them are the right cup. So I feel like you've known this person before, and they weren't the right cup at the time. And they might have treated the relationship as a friends with benefits type situation. So, but they weren't the right cup to move forward with in life. They still could have been a lot of fun, and you still could have love for this person. So, because when they come in, it is a happy reunion. Like, oh gosh, you know, how have you been? What are you doing? I have the Queen of Cups right under the Nine of Pentacles and next to the Two of Cups. This is water. Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. This is you, Cancer. This is your energy. Too. Your energy here is trying to look in that cup. That cup there that you're holding, that's full of answers to love questions. So you have questions about this reconnection here. You're trying to figure it out because you have past memories about this connection. And you're very stable where you are. You don't have to have somebody in your life. So you need to do some thinking here about this person that you're reuniting with. I have the Three of Wands next to the Two of Cups and under the Seven of Cups. So yeah, you are holding on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. There's ships out there. And you're wondering, are they your ship now coming in? Have they changed? Are they coming in differently? Were they really actually your ship? So that's what you're wondering. As you hold on to that staff of fresh starts and new beginnings, I feel like that's what they're going to offer you, sort of, here. And you really need to think this through. I have the King of Swords under the Queen of Cups. Now, the kings and queens are all male or female. All the cards are male or female. Kings and queens are very mature-minded and thinking. So, this King of Swords is air, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius that might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. Oh, the Lovers, or that's not the Lovers, it's the Two of Cups. Okay, the Lovers would be different. But I have the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is kind of being self-protectant, so you have your sword out. But it's a very mature thinking kind of have your sword out, because you're trying to figure out what do they really want? How is this going to go? Because it didn't work out before, okay? So your sword is out. You're seeking questions. You're seeking answers. You're speaking your truth. You're just kind of on guard about this relationship, even though you are happy to see them, and they do have an offer for you. They do have an offer, and it does involve love. So let's give this some thought, you're thinking, because you are settled and you just don't want, to make the wrong decision. I have the Nine of Wands next to the King of Swords and under the Two of Cups. It kind of puts you in this place of kind of guarding all those staffs of fresh starts and new beginnings behind you. And it gets like you can't move. You're stuck there. And it gets heavy. Heavy, heavy, heavy thinking, heavy everything by them coming in. So you're trying to sort through this whole situation. I have the Ten of Swords, though. Puts an end to the Nine of Wands. That's great. The Ten of Swords is below the Three of Wands. This is the card I call the end. It's the end of the pain, the end of the suffering. All that truth and clarity that comes from all those swords really helps put things to an end. So you will be able to figure out what it is that you want to do in this situation. Things to think about, things to sort out. There's questions you need answered. Let's get out the rest of these cards for this reading. One more. I believe, if I'm counting right. Well, there's the Lovers. There they are. Okay, so I have the Star up here next to the Seven of Cups. This is the card for Aquarius, so Aquarius might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But what it is very deep healing. You've had to heal over this relationship before. You've got yourself all together now. And here they come back. Oh, gosh. So, yeah, there's a lot to think about. You know what you want now. You know what you don't want now. You've healed right down to your bare bones, and you know exactly who you are in moving forward. I have the wheel right next to the star. So the wheel, this is the universe taking control. The universe is trying to move you forward here. You've done all your healing, it looks like. And now it's time to move forward. It's always for the better. It's the universe. You can't fight it. So you probably feel the pushing and then the pulling, and things are changing, and you're having to make some decisions and moving forward. I have the Three of Swords right next to the wheel. Your heart is still broken from this past relationship. You were in love with this person. I think you're still in love with this person. And I think it was really a difficult journey to heal from this relationship before. And that's why you have to give this so much consideration, so much thought, deep thought. It's hard to do when you're still in love with somebody. They hurt you. They broke your heart. So you remember that, but the wheel is here, and they're trying to move you past that. They're trying to get you to, think of it as a past life rather than the same life, sort of, and give it a chance to move forward. That's what they want you to do, because you're much stronger now. You're a different person now, and they might be too, and I do think they are. I have the Ten of Cups under the star and next to the Three of Wands. Beautiful card, Ten of Cups. Equal exchange, 10 cups of love, sunshine and rainbows. I mean, this is a beautiful family-oriented union between two people card. That's what's out there. They are your ship coming in. They're right next to the Three of Wands. Oh gosh. So you thought you might have had this before. You had to heal from that. But this time around, they're actually your ship coming in. I have the Nine of Swords here where you're all in your head. It's about moving forward with this person. And those swords of truth and clarity, they come through. You're remembering everything that you went through. You're remembering the hurt, the pain. You're remembering, the love. You're remembering, it's just, all your quiet times, these same swords just start coming through and coming through. It's all truth. It's all clarity. This is something the wheel is trying to move you forward from, and for a reason. I have the King of Pentacles next to the Nine of Swords and under the Three of Swords. And here they are. They have a pentacle this time. This is why. This is why the wheel wants you to be able to put that behind you, because they've changed. They found their pentacle. And boy, is it a big one. Look at that. And they're willing to offer this to you if things should work out right. This is Earth, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that might be strong in your chart or their chart. We're around this reading. But, wow. The King of Pentacles has a lot to offer. They're grounded now. They're a lot like you. They have the 10th pentacle. They can, they feel like they can actually be in a partnership now and be grounded and solid and secure. I have the Lovers under the Ten of Cups and next to the Ten of Swords. I think you're going to rekindle this relationship. I think you've gone from the Two of Cups, which is more like a friends of benefits with love, a soulmate card, to the Lovers. And this is a transformation from a soulmate energy, okay? So you're from one soulmate energy to a very strong soulmate energy. The Lovers is the card for Gemini. So Gemini might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But, this is like a very, very strong connection that the two of you have. It's more strong this time than it was last time. That is definitely for sure. I have the Queen of Wands next to the Lovers and right under the Nine of Swords. So this is fire energy. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. One of those might be strong in your chart or around this reading. But with the Queen of Wands, this is the most passionate card in the deck. Holding that staff of fresh starts and new beginnings, you still have passion for this person. They still have passion for you. You're really up in your head about this, but you're going to work through it because I have the Six of Wands on the other side. And the Six of Wands is the card for success in love. All those wands coming up here in the background are people celebrating the union of two people who are very much in love. This can be a card of engagement, and it's right under that King of Pentacles. So take them seriously when they come back. Ask the right questions. Go ahead, be guarded. I think you need to get to know them over again. I think they've changed. I think they've grown since you've seen them last. Boy, and they have a lot to offer now. A lot. They're not fooling around this time. Not this time around. Let's take out an angel card. Let's see what they have to say about this reading. Alright. Our Cancers. Yeah. It's the Four of Thought. Remember, I said you're going to have to give this a lot of thought. And you will, but I think it's going to all work out. Let me read this. Spend time in nature, listening for guidance from your angels and your inner voice, your own inner voice. Because overanalyzing, that Nine of Swords, be overanalyzing the situation won't provide the answers you're seeking. Consider taking a vacation or a small break to help you rejuvenate and become clear on what your next step should be. Meditation can be very helpful. There's advice in that card. You are going to be faced with a very heavy decision here. The way I see it in this reading, if this is your reading, they are very sincere. They've changed. They've grown up. They've grown. So, wow, Cancers, this is your reading. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot, and I want to thank my guardian angels, my spirit guides, for helping me deliver you this message.